continue what I was saying after the beat.
It might be because my headphones is up, but this is booming right now.
No, fake. That's just mad.
Hey, hydrate, bitches. Uh-oh. That boy got the fucking the toolie. The mouse the tool. Hands up, don't shoot. Alright. But now, like I was saying real quick, when Benny the Butcher put that news clip from NBC where they were talking about the Black Soprano gang, that shit was a crazy way to start a track. Buffalo's Black Soprano gang. That shit was crazy. But okay, so how's everybody doing? Dirt, Shogun.
We in here, baby.
Stefan, God's favorite light skin.
Let me get the light.
Zahova.
We in here.
Okay. Welcome back. Good to see you guys. Episode 21.
21. It's a knife.
21's a very good number. Great age, especially for some of you weirdos. No Cuomo.
No Cuomo.
No Cuomo is very important. And from there, I say, welcome back to the Tribe Called Saying podcast, where we cover hip hop, Hadoken, and everything in between. It's your boy, the Vanilla Gorilla, aka Young Ice Chimp, aka. And I pass it to one of my sons.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Nocturne. You know, we in here locked up. We rocked up. We ready to go. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't really know what else to say. Let's get straight to it. That was a pass. My fault.
What's good, y'all? It's God's favorite light skin, Zaby. You know, here, ready to pod. Going for it.
My boy sat up slow in the chair like, I've been waiting for you. Where the boy at?
Next. Paging Shogun Smooth.
Buddy's disconnected or something. I don't know.
I can see it.
Big shoulder nigga.
Oh, and he's silent? Oh, yeah. He's got a connection issue.
It's a connection shit again. I don't know if we all caught up now with some shit. Y'all niggas just froze on my screen again. Hold the fuck up.
All right, Stefan, get your shit off.
What up, man? This your boy Stefan, Slugger Raji, Crease, Slugger motherfucker. We here, yo. We here, man.
Sleeping giant.
I just woke up from a little niz nap.
Your BM wasn't in his dreams. Don't worry about it.
Hey.
So, you know,
the samurai having some difficulty right now.
Sometimes with when you have to load a godly essence over broadband, it can kind of like, you know, create dial-up situations.
Sometimes the connection can't handle all that.
I don't blame young Shogun Smooth here. It's just the internet hating on him.
Per usual, honestly.
Oh.
Hey.
And there he is.
Am I back?
Yes,
Yes,
you are.
Back? Y'all niggas hear me? Great.
Yes.
It's like a 1 second delay.
I just snapped my fucking my laptop in half. Cool. How y'all doing? Shogun Smooth. Back. I'll fuck dirt up in a couple weeks.
Yeah, alright. Find out about me.
Uh-oh.
Them weak ass gloves.
Boxing gloves, right? See, I'm not a bitch. I don't limit myself to certain aspects of the fight game. I do the shit for real. I'm also, whatever. Sponsored by Bruce Lee. Bitch. Kill you.
He talking about limiting himself, but the boxing gloves is for your protection, buddy.
Topics or some shit. I don't know if y'all niggas started yet because my internet got cancer. So I do.
Hey, listen, the boxing gloves is for your protection, buddy, not mine.
I'll bust that bell pepper, nigga.
I don't know what you're saying.
He called you a bell pepper.
Boy,
What does that even mean?
you're like a gazelle, mate. I'm gonna eat your carcass, mate. Your wife is in me, DMs me.
Good luck, boy. You can't catch me. That's on Don.
Right.
That's on Donda, my boy. Stop playing.
Donda.
Yeah, so main announcement:
Jesus.
Dante versus Dante, Dirt versus Joe. I don't know when because this nigga's ducking me. Said he need a whole training camp and shit.
Get out of here, bro.
So yeah, it's gonna go down.
I said, let me hit some push-ups. Let me get right real quick. He's talking about I need a training camp.
This man's gonna be training with Kamaru Usman too.
Facts, yeah. See, it's a wrap for you now. He said that. I'm gonna hit up the best now, the very best.
And that means that I'm calling up one John Jones for Dirt, and he's gonna come up yoked up off the roids and
Hey,
coke.
bro. Listen, I'm
Still
pulling.
with luck.
I'm pulling up the Triforce and I'm training with Donald Cerrone for your ass now. It's over.
Hey man, coke and steroids.
Mate, what's
Unstoppable.
up?
You're wearing a Naruto headband.
Do you think
What about it?
I'm wearing a Naruto hoodie. Listen, we're not the same, my boy.
do you think he should just switch to audio because it would probably help his case?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's not bad right now. It's like he has like a 1 second delay, maybe.
I just wanted to mention it that it's just a little delayed on the camera. Your audio's coming through fine. You're just delayed.
It's
We can
literally
cut this out.
it's literally like a 1 second delay. So it's not,
No, yeah.
it's not too bad.
First fucking let me know fucking push audio.
Okay. Yeah. You're just delayed right now, so we'll just cut this little top up, little part out. I know how to do it, so no big deal. But anyways, and cut here. Wabam! All right, we're getting into the fucking news.
Let's get straight into it.
Okay. So coming off of the topic of hands, knuck if you buck, all that good stuff. We get into something that happened on the red carpet at the VMAs. So apparently on the red carpet at the VMAs, one man who's known as Mystic Mac, aka
The boy.
the champ, the double champ, does what the fuck he wants.
The original champ.
He's not that guy anymore, but he's still a certified killer. Respect where it's due. He's closer to Mike. So I don't know who needs to hear this at home because I saw a lot of shit on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
But he's closer to Mike. I'll let you guys get your shit off. I just want to tell everybody real quick. He's closer to Mike Tyson than you are. Okay? He is Mike Tyson to you, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
That is Mike Tyson. If you were in the same room as him and the average person mouthed off to him, he would kill you.
Dog you.
Okay? You might not like it. And you might be sitting there going, I could handle No, you could not.
I'm
You could
taller
not
than
handle
him,
Conor.
so I have the advantage.
No, doesn't matter.
Conor McGregor's ass, nigga. He a bitch.
Apparently, Stefan is still sleeping because he's dreaming. Anyways, moving on. So, MGK.
Yes, sir.
So, he dates the fine-ass Megan Fox.
Yes,
Can we
sir.
get a Bombay?
Ain't nothing but a word, bro.
So, apparently, Conor asked for a photo with her. MGK felt the need because he saw all of his security around to push Conor. His drink spilt. Conor took the drink, threw it at him, even took a swing at him. For some reason, John Krasinski, a.k.a. Jim from The Office, was 10 feet away watching.
That's hilarious. Shout out to the boy.
But, so I just want to hear everybody's thoughts on this.
I think it's funny because MGK is not like that. First of all, if you know anything about MGK, you know that he's tall and he's skinny, and that's what he is. A lot of his fans, if you've met any of them in real life, because there's not too many of them, they are delusional, and they think that MGK is the best artist ever. They think that he's the best white rapper ever. I won't lie, he definitely... All right, this might be a hot take depending on whose perspective we're looking at it from, but he definitely did body Eminem in that little beef, I'm not going to lie. Eminem's response to him was terrible, and at least MGK's was listenable and was decent. But with that being said, his fans get hyped on him. They think he's up here, and he's really
Your
like
beard is weird.
he's he's really like down here, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so
He's mid.
it's funny. But they seen that and they thought, you know, he's taller than McGregor, you know, and he's from the hood. He's from the hood. White people love saying hood. They don't know what hood means. They think hood is you're poor. But
So where's Connor from?
yeah,
If that's
exactly.
the
You know what I'm saying? Like Connor's from the hood of Ireland. Like, stop playing.
Yeah, Connor handled that boy with one leg. Don't even matter.
It's funny though because
He's performing. MGK's performing in Boston right now. Like, I know somebody that went to go see him.
LOL.
What at Lupo's?
It was Ray. It was Ray that went to go see him.
Of course it was.
Hey, but you know what? If you ever met one of his fans, you know that they're delusional. And so this is what I'm bringing this back to say that a lot of people were trying to say MGK could have handled himself in that situation. And I need you to understand that there's not a day, time, place in this world where that would ever be the case. That's like, listen, I could probably fold MGK. I'm not gonna lie. So what makes you think that McGregor is not gonna fold MGK? Whether you like him or not, one of the best fighters in the world, regardless of where he stands right now, overall career-wise, one of the best fighters in the world. You think that MGK can handle him? There's not a chance. And
McGregor would have suplexed that motherfucker back to back.
Listen, Conor only got to hit him with a left. It's one left. It's one left, and he's out. So it's like, that's the thing. Like, the funny thing about it is MGK felt tough, like you said, because he had security around him. And the story goes, like you said, he wanted a picture of Megan, and MGK probably was a little drunk or maybe off the drugs, because you know that boy is rock star life. He'd be off the drugs. So McGregor is still recovering from snapping his leg in half. And you got all your security with you, so you feeling tough. But let me tell you, if there wasn't all those security between you and this man, he would have handled you on the red carpet in a suit.
Oh my God.
In a $10,000 suit, he would have handled you. Stop playing. And the next
He would have
day,
handled Meg too. McGregor's nuts, dog.
your girls in me DMs.
You don't think that if Megan Fox put her hands on, honestly, you don't think he would have
McGregor?
gave her
Nah.
a dynamite left hand?
Honestly, McGregor don't strike me like that. I think McGregor would have handled that responsibly.
McGregor is a gentleman, bro.
Yeah.
McGregor would have been nice and just gave her the shoulder.
Oh, all right.
McGregor would have pushed her off.
Yeah.
But I don't think McGregor would have put. I don't think McGregor would have put paws on her for sure. But with that being said, though, listen again. If there wasn't 6'7", 265-pound men between you, he would have handled you. Stop playing.
Nah, facts. Is Shogun present?
I think he just turned his camera off.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just sick of this fucking Chinese sweatshop connection I got down here.
Nah, I feel you, bro.
I'm making it work like this.
We gotta get it how we live, you know.
It's cool. I was gonna say, so me and Shogun, I was gonna let Shogun do this. We had kind of talked about earlier at work. We didn't talk too much, obviously, for obvious reasons, about this. We were talking about people's view on Conor McGregor, where he is as a fighter now, and what people are doing on the internet right now with the MGK shit and how they're kind of looking at it. So
recency bias.
Well, not even that. Just more specifically, what realm you're comparing him to, like the level of person that you're comparing him to. But anyways, Shogun, your thoughts?
Simple. MGK looked like he got fucking scabies and makes tough white kid music. Conor McGregor is still one of the baddest motherfuckers on the planet. Granted, yeah, he lost his last two, but hey, yo, this motherfucker don't lie. This man bounces heads off the fucking floor for money.
He lost against professionals.
This man...
Yes, thank you.
This man, because he felt like it, ran up on a bus full of people with his boys. What do you think he could have done to the fucking awards last night if he really wanted to? That man's on some Godfathers. That man's ruthless as fuck. Don't fuck with McGregor.
He's Irish from the mainlands, not American Irish. Yeah. He's Irish.
Not Boston Irish.
He's Irish. He's a nut job.
With a hammer in me hand.
And some proper 12. Hit him over the head with the bottle.
Real Irish hot sauce.
If you think he wouldn't have killed MGK for that, then I would tell you to go and find the video of him punching the old man who didn't like his whiskey or didn't try his whiskey. or hearing how he talked to some of the most brutal killers in the UFC game. He was telling Khabib, like he was making Muslim jokes to Khabib,
Which,
who many people.
Your wife
If
is
you-
a towel.
Yeah,
hey, if you do your research on Khabib and his people, those are real life killers. Like not like fist killers,
Exactly.
like pew pew killers. Like Khabib's people are not to be played with. And he was
So-
he was running his mouth to them anyways.
my
He's
point
not scared.
exactly. And when you think of Conor McGregor today, he might not be where. And again, this isn't to open a debate. He might not be Dustin Poirier at this moment. He might not even be Charles Oliveira. That doesn't fucking matter.
He could be the worst fighter in the entire UFC and we would still fold MGK.
Matter. Exactly. So anyways, next topic, stop dreaming.
Listen,
So-
stop being delusional. Yeah. Get a grip.
So I want Stefan to do this one, seeing as he's always speaking for boxing.
Oh yeah, boxing had a real hit this weekend, huh?
Uh-huh. We got a nice little quick recap from Canelo fan number 1, a.k.a. the Bronze Bomber, a.k.a. Stefan. So, Stefan, what happened at Belfort versus Holyfield?
Oof, that's what we're talking about? Oh, boy. Yo, you know what's crazy?
Bro.
Before he even gets into it, I predicted exactly what was going to happen. I should have bet on it.
Dog.
Bro, anybody, but you gotta think,
Oh,
bro.
go ahead, bro.
Holyfield is old, bro. He's older than Mike Tyson, bro.
Yeah, he's old.
He's old man.
For him to even get in the ring was him being ignorant to himself, his family. I mean, like,
His assholes for that.
like for anybody to even have let him in the ring, we've watched everybody, boxing fans. We watched the footage of him training, like, and we seen this coming. Everybody's seen this coming. Like, there's
Can't
nothing
believe
else to say. Bro is 2 years. He's 2 years away from being 60 years old, bro.
He thinks he's still like Tyson, though, because you've seen, like, Tyson has been
And-
training this whole time. He thinks he's
And
on that
it's not
level.
Even just that, like, you can just see if you go and look at Mike Tyson just training shadow boxing, you can see the speed and the
It's still there.
explosiveness there.
Yeah.
Holyfield doesn't have that anymore. He's a fucking senior citizen at this point. Fighting a guy in his 40s. There's boxers to this day who are in their 40s fighting right now. So,
Bro,
Not to
got-
mention,
it's not
Vitor is
even
nobody to
about
play
that.
with.
Yo, it's not even somebody that's just in his 40s. It's one of the most notorious fucking juicers in UFC.
Literally.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, he's not nobody to play with.
There's like, bro, fuck ring rust, bro. Like, Holyfield, that man is straight up eroded. This man is decaying at this point, bro. Fuck ring rust. Like, all the WD-40 in the world won't fix this man's joints right now.
He should
Yeah,
be
I know,
selling.
and it's like, I'm not gonna. I've seen like a lot of comments and shit. Everybody like shitting on Holyfield, but like, bro,
Oh, come on.
it's
That's not
fucking
fair.
basic math, bro. Like,
Yeah.
It's quick
Um,
maths.
So,
Ooh,
Holyfield should be.
Hey, hold on real quick. I got something to do. MMA got his win back, bitch. We got the win back, boys.
That don't count. That does not count.
It totally does, though. Hey, they set it up. That means it counts, bro. They
I
set
was
it up. It
gonna say,
happened. Hey,
Holyfield
actually,
should be-
let's not even talk about Holyfield. Silva. I
Hold
called
on a
that.
second. We can do that.
I called
But
that.
Holyfield should be selling George Foreman grills. But yeah, anyways. So Anderson Silva fought Tito Ortiz on that card, and he knocked him
Mopped
out
him.
in a minute.
Yeah, mop that boy.
You know what Dana White said? And I saw this right before we started recording.
What?
He said there's no fighter in UFC history or who's on the roster that I would fight except for Tito Ortiz. He said I would knock Tito Ortiz the fuck out. He was adamant that there's not one in history other than Tito that he is confident that he could beat up.
Yo, Donald Trump could knock that boy out. Stop playing.
Yo,
Hey, Tito Ortiz remind me of that special ed kid that plays football that you gotta let score low key. Shogun going to hell? You're damn right.
Good morning.
He said I'm not on camera, so I say what I want.
Yo, Isaiah, good morning.
Yo, bro, listen.
Good morning, Isaiah. I know you hear me, motherfucker.
I predicted this. I knew this was gonna happen. I called it. I was like, Silva's gonna knock that boy out. First round, he hit him with the. Come on, bro. Yo, Silva's not even like. Silva's a great fighter, but Silva's an MMA fighter. He's a kicker. You know, he's a kickboxer. So for him to knock you out in the first round with his fists, you
got hands though.
You might. I know he's got hands. I'm not trying to disrespect him. I'm saying. I'm not saying
that. Head movement was crazy.
I'm not saying
that head movement was wild.
Like respectfully, I'm not trying to say that he don't got hands. What I'm saying is like that's not really even what he's known to be dangerous with. He's known to be lethal with them kicks, like for real. So like for him to knock you out in the first round, come on, bro. Like, and you made it easy for him. He thought he was backing that boy down into the corner. Like he don't know who Silva is. Silva is too dirty with the slips and them. Stop playing with my boy.
Silva could take a punch, give a punch, and he's that nigga, bro.
Bend that boy.
So in reference to Tito Ortiz, word to the undefeated, never lost, pound for pound, GOAT of the UFC, Chael Sonnen. So when I see Tito Ortiz,
Okay, nigga, tell another jackal story.
Tell another jackal story, Tito. I'm gonna have to post that clip.
The one you put in the chat earlier?
Yes.
This is class versus no class, and he's just like,
he went,
man. And I know that made money using their mouth as Tito's ex-wife. Yeah.
He said I was never married. What a weak ass comeback.
Oh my god.
Tito gets no hoes.
Yo, speaking of Tito gets zero hoes.
Shout out to Austin.
Speaking of Chael Sonnen, any chance that I get, I wanna salute the god. I'm gonna walk in. Speaking of Anderson Silva, in the words of Chael Sonnen, I'm gonna walk into Anderson Silva's house, walk up to his wife, tell her to make me a steak medium rare, just how I like it, and smack her on the ass.
Yo, he's a funny dude, bro.
Oh man, never lost either.
Listen, he couldn't get away with that current day.
No. Those Brazilian jokes, hell no. He used to call the Nogueira brothers, not directly, but he would insinuate they were banging each other.
He's a funny guy, bro. Where's he at right now? I forgot. Is he in Bellator right now?
I don't know. I don't even know if he's fighting right now.
No, I mean like commentating. I'm pretty sure.
Who?
Chael.
He commentates. Well, he was commentating before, but now he like does this thing on ESPN, his own podcast, like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember because I seen him like a year or two, maybe 3 ago. He was like commentating on, I think it was Bellator, or maybe
he's entertaining as hell.
Force. I don't remember what it was, but
bullshit. If The Rock were white, he'd probably be Chael Sonnen on the keep it book.
Yeah, that makes sense. I agree.
To be last thing, I would say, and then we can just move on to the next topic. I would say that I think he'd be a great person to have interview UFC fighters post-fight because beef would ensue.
Yeah.
Every single fucking time.
Yeah, they need him. You know the meme about Joe Rogan, how he interviews people even if they're knocked out? He's like next to them sitting down like, so what happened? That would be Chael, bro, for real.
Imagine Chael walking into the octagon after somebody gets knocked out. So you didn't fight great tonight and you got knocked out. How does that feel? That's how he would open it up. So you look really sloppy.
Yeah, so your defense is clearly lacking on the ground. What do you have to say about this?
Have you ever grappled? But anyways.
I can tell you're new to this, so let me give you some tips.
Or he'd make the whole thing about himself, talking about how how they should be honored to be standing next to the biggest arm from Oregon. But anyways, shout out Chael Sonnen, shout out Anderson Silva, not shout out to Tito.
Shout out to Oregon.
Not shout out. Oh, shout out to Oregon, upset Ohio State. A message to Pierre, who is a regular listener and an Ohio State fan. Hold this, motherfucker. And
this guy.
Chomp, bitch.
He's out here banging the set on a team.
Fuck OSU.
On a football team.
Fuck OSU.
Listen, man, we got our shit off, man. Fuck Ohio State.
Yeah, fuck Ohio State. OSUK, baby. So speaking of athletes getting fucked, Britney Renner and PJ Washington have made the news again. Damn, Isaiah.
I seen that clip. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can break it down if you want.
Bro, they called her the Wicked Witch of the Gram, and they put the orchestra music for like Wizard of Oz.
So I'll let Dirk break it down. But for those of you that don't know, Britney Renner, PJ Washington is the center for the Hornets. He pretty much got trapped by a gold digger, Britney Renner. She had a kid with him, broke it off, and from there,
she said
a bunch of kids ensued and dirt.
She said in that video that we are referencing, she said that there was no ring involved because she knew it was never gonna work out. Mind you, she went and had a kid with him on purpose, which is dirty. Which is obviously dirty. Mind you, he is how many years younger than her? I forgot. He's like
8.
I was about to say he's a bit younger than her. Like
he's at least 8.
Yeah, she's
maybe 7.
She basically is a predator. If you break it down, her actions are incredibly predatory and disgusting. But because she's kind of bad, and she's a female, she's gonna get away with it because she's a very influential Instagram model who's been around for like 10 years plus. She's gonna get away with it, you know. Listen, if you
drop the video,
if you look on her Instagram page, you will understand why she will get away with it, and I'll leave it at that. But
drop the video.
But with that being said, I think it's pretty dirty what she did to him. Number one, let's just get that out the way. That's nasty. And if a man did that to a woman, endless slander for the rest of his life.
Number one.
Yeah. But number two, basically what she did was she went out and posted a video saying it's stepdaddy season. She's looking for somebody to come raise this kid with her. Which to my response to that would be the father of the child should probably be the one raising it with you. But that's neither here nor there apparently. But she's taking applications for stepfathers, so if you're interested, you know what I'm saying, hit her up. She's crazy, as we all already knew. If you followed her at all, you know she's crazy, which is why I don't understand how bro let himself get trapped up in that. But I do understand, but I don't understand. But anyways,
she's also had more dick in her than a urinal.
That's also neither here nor there. But you're not wrong.
I need to throw that out there.
Hold on, I'm about to look her up too, just for the audience who might.
I honestly hate the bitch's guts for a minute. I've been hearing her.
She's annoying.
Exactly, like, you know, when she first called her buzz or whatever, yeah, she was pretty. She got the follow, but as time went on and I started seeing how she acts,
she's a weirdo.
Like, yeah, like probably a year and a half ago, like it's just like the things she does and says, like. She tries to be something she's not. She's just she thinks her pussy's made out of gold.
Facts. Well, and she also has this. She also has this friendship to her name. So there's that. Hold
Tiana?
on. I should know. Yeah, I should know better than to turn my brightness down so the camera can catch it.
Have you ever seen her? Did you see her and Tiana Trump go on No Jumper?
Yeah.
All she did was like put Tiana Trump in a box and literally make Tiana Trump look like her fucking pet.
Move it over. That way.
I'm just saying, hey, that's why she's gonna get away with all this. That's why she's gonna get away with it. But listen, what she did is she basically posted a video, which I'm looking at right now, saying it's stepdaddy season. She's looking for somebody to come raise this kid, which I think is corny. And yeah,
100%.
She actually, let's just give this more context too, because it kind of sounds like
if she was to get hit with a fucking Mack truck right now.
Honestly,
God don't like ugly, so we'll see what happens to that woman. But with that being said, I would also like to preface this by saying she's not just a bad person for this particular experience for this particular incident with PJ Washington, but she's also a bad person because she wrote an entire book about how she did several men dirty. Because she felt like it, including there's a whole chapter in there about Lil Uzi, who luckily for the boy dodged the bullet and was like, nope, I'm good, see you later, I'm out of here, you're crazy. Good
and
for
we'll get to him.
Yeah, good for the boy though, because he dodged that bullet. This could be Uzi we're talking about right now instead of PJ Washington. But with that being said, she's dirty, she's disgusting, and because she's bad, she'll get away with it all. Her morals are terrible, and the thing
Can
too
I
is like,
say,
I think like external like appearance is really only a part of your what's the word I'm trying to say? Like your appearance only matters so much when it comes to how attractive you are. If you're a terrible person, you start looking. If you're a terrible person, you start looking ugly for real. And like, if you know anything about this woman, when you look on her Instagram page, you're not gonna be impressed. I'll leave it there.
Exactly, bro. That's what happened. Bro, she's a pretty woman, bro, but like you just said, she became ugly so fast, bro.
She's a weirdo.
Daddy fucking issues.
She's a weirdo and she's a predator.
and I just want to point out that I noticed women defending this shit. And
Cornballs.
it just goes to show you how it just goes to show you how far women will go to defend fuck shit, especially when it's from their own their own sex.
You know what I have to say about this too? I feel like it's funny because a lot of women see stuff like this and so they say, all right, well, it's about time that women started treating men like men treat women. And while I understand that and it does make sense, I get where you're coming from. If you ever want to chase what you claim as equality, you can't do it this way. Unfortunately, you always have to be the bigger person when it comes to equality. So if you start treating men the way that men have been treating women historically and you didn't like it, right? And it was bad and these men were horrible people. If you start acting like a horrible person, you're not any better, right? But that's the attitude a lot of women have though. It's like, all right, what's about time we start doing them dirty like they've been doing us? But really, that's corny. You know what I mean?
Fuck PJ Washington.
That's a fucking that's just a cop out.
That's like fake feminism too, because they'll say like, oh, this is feminism, but that's like that white girl, like girl boss feminism. That's not real true feminism. And you know what?
I'm sorry to say this. That bitch is half white, and I see where she get that shit.
Hey, listen, I'm mixed, so I might have to fight you. You talk too much, but I feel you though because listen, when you're mixed though, this is a whole different discussion. I shouldn't even get into this, but I will touch on it.
I feel like now
when you're
tapped, bro. Like she grew up, like, I don't know. Bro.
When you're mixed, subconsciously you pick a side. I don't care what anybody says.
That's what I'm trying to say, bro. And you could clearly see it with that bitch.
Listen, that's a whole different discussion for a different day.
That is a whole different.
When you're mixed though, subconsciously you pick a side. Hey, listen, I
Doja Cat, bitch.
J. Cole. Listen, you'll see like people will pick a side. Your boy, I picked the black side. I like that much better. I don't know. I couldn't get down with the white shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't get down with it. It's weird to me. But
tomfoolery.
Yeah, it was too much. It was too much historical embarrassment for me to ever pick that side. You know what I'm saying? My fam is mostly black, and then I do have a white side. But anyways, moving on. We're not talking about me. We're talking about Britney Renner. She's a dub. She's a predator. She's a terrible person.
Oh.
She's a baby mother apparently, and she's looking for somebody to come raise his baby. Even though she makes ridiculous amounts of money per Instagram post, and her baby father is in the NBA, so she'll be all right no matter what. And she doesn't need a stepfather to raise this child because she has a father. Because that child has a father who would I'm sure very much like to be in that kid's life.
Slut. And moving on from there. Oh, wait. Does anybody else have anything they wanted to say about that?
Yeah.
Get that bitch a boo, man.
Miss Britney Renner, know your role and shut your damn mouth, bitch.
Yes, agree.
You look like you stink.
That's what. Brush your teeth, bitch. So
I hate to sound like we're shitting on a woman, but like she deserves it though, for real. Not even because she's like a woman though. I feel like that's what people will make it sound out or make it sound like, but in reality, it's because she's a terrible person. You know what I mean?
She need to get in a celebrity boxing match.
She need to get with God. That's what she need.
Let me put it like this: are we shitting on a person? Yes. Is that person a woman? Yes. Are we shitting on a woman for being a bad person?
Yes.
Yes. If you don't read between the lines on that and go, misogynist, blow me. I have no educated response to that. Just blow me. But anyways,
Horrible person. Moving on.
fucker. Not literally. It'll cost you. So
Good one.
moving. Oh man, and I shouldn't even be laughing going into this next one because this is another edition of Pound Town.
Don't do it
This
to him.
is part news, part Pound Town. So this goes out to whoever vandalized the late Pop Smoke's grave.
Cornball. Weirdo.
Why?
You know what I
Why?
think, bro? I'm betting it was just like some kids who did it on a dare type thing. They thought it was funny or
Even
whatever.
still, why?
Cornballs.
Let him rest.
I don't know. That must be his ops. That's some motherfucker. That's a hate, bro. That's some crazy shit what they did, bro.
The way Stefan was talking about the Woo in Planet Fitness, it might have been him. But Shogun, anyways, what they did was apparently they went to his gravesite, vandalized it, and it looks like they took the coffin out of the ground.
They tried to.
Or attempted to.
They tried to, but they couldn't do it. His mom and his family has since fixed it and cleaned it up, and it's good. But
fucked up though.
Yeah, that's dirty. That's weird. Let him rest.
It's wicked, bro.
I feel like even his ops wouldn't do that because at that point he's already dead.
Yeah. Well, and this is not a justification. This is not a justification. This is not a justification. Early on in his music, he was talking some crazy shit about the people on the other side.
Of course, because that's what you do. That's what you do when you're alive and you can talk shit.
So, I agree, but I'm just saying I wouldn't put it past somebody who's trying to make a name for themselves on that side.
I'm not saying you're wrong, and I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying, like, I feel like at that point, if your ops are dead, they're dead. You know, like what you gotta prove at that point. Your ops is dead. Like whatever.
Hey man, I done seen people piss on motherfuckers' graves.
Hey, listen. What do you got to prove is my thing. Like, you gonna break into a mausoleum where a bunch of other people are buried too, and go break on a boy's gravesite, try to pull his casket out. Like, what was you gonna do with the body, you weirdo?
Grow up.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's just weirdo.
The fuck?
It's just like weirdo activity. Like, what are you doing, bro?
It is sick.
It's just I don't know what type of thought process this takes. Well, there isn't one. Number one. It's probably a clout move. Well, not probably. It is a clout move. You gain nothing from it. So, okay, let's pretend you get him out of the ground. Then what?
Nah, bro. He wasn't even in the ground, though. That's the thing.
No, I'm saying, though, let's pretend.
You get him out the casket. Yeah.
Then what?
That's the thing. Like, are you going to post this on Instagram? Nobody's going to... You're going to get no points for this.
You get 5 minutes of fame.
Not even.
Infamy.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't get no fame off that, bro. Like nobody's gonna support you.
Your name is known, but you are forever.
Nobody's gonna think you're cool. You know what I mean? They're gonna think you're a loser, and your whole family's gonna have to deal with that for the rest of their lives.
And you better not live in New York. But anyways, rest in peace.
My best regards to his family too, by the way.
Rest in peace to the man. That shit's uncalled for.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think like. In my personal opinion, you could talk all you want when somebody's alive, but when somebody's dead, they're dead, bro. Like at that point, it's corny, you know. Let them sleep. I know why. I know why you're scratching. Yeah, I know why you're doing that, boy. Stop playing. Nah, but for real though, because like, all right, that's the same way I feel though. I might hate somebody.
You are correct.
There have been plenty of times where I did not like somebody and then they died. Yeah. At that point, I have nothing else to say. They're already gone, bro.
You are correct. This is correct. Your thought process is sound.
Yeah.
So rest in peace to that man.
Don't make me expose y'all, because I'll do it on recording.
I'm not ashamed of the jokes that I choose to make.
You sound like a fraud talking about let that man rest, but then you over here talking crazy about another one.
Whoa, wait a minute. A picture of something from an event is not the same as me going to a grave site and pulling that person out or attempting. It is not even in the same stratosphere.
Nobody said it was.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. Because now it sounds like there's a video of me pissing on somebody's grave or something that the public don't know about.
That boy just likes to make jokes about somebody who died.
Whoa, not just that boy. Not just I.
A few people in the tribe think
I
it's
was
funny
gonna
to make
say,
jokes
some
about.
motherfuckers in here.
Bro, who we talking about? You act like we
sound
have
like
like
some
on this motherfucking podcast, bro. Like JFK's wife is still picking her husband's brain. Bro, like,
Chill,
come on,
bro.
We were talking about XXX tennis ball. Rest in peace to the man.
Them boys love to make jokes about X.
It's just a car.
It's crazy
Nobody
because unprovoked, I'll be minding my business and I'll get a picture in my group chat messages of the man's car after he died. And I'm like,
GIF.
and
Not
I'm like,
you.
and I'm like, bro, what did I do to
I
y'all?
never
Like,
sent no picture of the man.
I'm like, what did y'all?
No, we don't.
I'm like, what did I? Nah, listen. Since we're talking about it, what did I do to y'all? Like, why are you gonna do that to me? That's crazy.
You know what? This is a conversation.
Anyways, nah, but I feel like you just gotta acknowledge that one. You know what I'm saying? Since we talking about it,
Facts.
let that man
I
rest.
forget how it got brought up.
Because me and Shogun was beefing back and forth, and he was reaching for things to say, so he wanted to target me by picking an artist I like who died.
The target was never mind.
I didn't say nothing. I just let the picture speak for itself.
Yeah.
Many men. Actually, fuck 50 Cent.
Yeah.
So from there,
We going
we
off the
go
rails,
to-
my fault, but I had to speak on it.
No, it's fine. I would be lying if I said I'm sorry, but I just won't do it anymore.
This guy.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, listen. Making jokes though is better than pulling up to somebody's grave and defacing it and trying to pull them out for clout.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the same thing.
Comedians do it all the time.
Facts.
Yeah, I was gonna say there are people who are definitely making worse jokes about that situation than we've even come close to.
Oh yeah.
So this one, I did not put in, but it did rank underneath the gaming news. Who here watched the Sony conference recap?
I did, but I was at work, so kinda.
So Isaiah, what happened? What did we miss? What do we need to know?
My fault.
Oh,
Grabbed a snap. But there was a big reveal during there where Sony announced that they are doing the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Star Wars fans, should be excited for that. It was a very popular game way back when it came out. So, see it come back. I'm honestly excited for it. Can't wait. God of War Ragnarok got a gameplay trailer.
Hey, that's what's up.
Hey, I'm not with that thick Thor shit though. Put some respect on my boy's name.
Bro,
Oh,
Thor.
That's what-
Listen. Don't let Marvel
Thor.
Don't let Chris Hemsworth get you in your feelings, bro. That's not Thor. Look like that.
Honestly, that's what Thor.
That's what Thor
kinda
would look
looks
like, bro.
in Norse mythology.
Yeah.
Is
I don't
it
give a fuck.
I missed the shit because fucking. Wait, when was the award? The conference shit?
It was sometime last week, no?
It was Friday.
Oh yes. Well, I was out there on Captain America shit, so I missed it. Fucking. Is there any like release date shit? Because this nigga loves God of War.
No, they didn't release a date for it, but it's probably coming out sometime next year. Spider-Man 2 got released. Big Bad seemed like it's going to be Kraven and Venom, who Venom is voiced by Candyman himself. Looks good. I think they're opening up the door to make it kind of Kraven's Last Hunt with a mixture of a bunch of other storylines.
Shout out to
with
Craven.
that.
He needs his respect, so I'm glad he's in this.
Really do.
And then Insomniac also dropped a huge announcement with the news that they're going to be making a Wolverine game.
Yeah, see that? I'm ready for that one. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what was
They,
weird, bro? The night before that shit was announced, I was playing Marvel's Ultimate Alliance, and for some reason, bro, I was like, yeah, let me just fuck everybody up with Wolverine, and then get the news.
Next day, they was like, "We got you, my boy."
And I tell you, bro, I've been going around for years saying Wolverine's my fucking dad. I'm so happy. Like, bro, X-Men Origins, dog. That was, you would never catch a day in middle school not playing that game. That was my shit.
Deadass. They were saying too, everybody was worried, is it going to be, is it going to be kind of like a PG-13 type game, or are you going full mature with this? And the guy who's in charge is actually the same guy that worked on Spider-Man Miles Morales. And they were wondering if it was like a short game like Miles Morales too. And he said it's a full-length game, full mature tone.
Let's
and
go.
I was like, all right, that's all I needed to hear.
W's in the chat.
Trying to think.
I need a Blade announcement from Insomniac. No cap.
Listen, I just need Blade to hit the MCU again.
Yeah, that's probably what they're really waiting for. But besides that, let me think. Deathloop got its little trailer announcement too.
Far Cry.
That's Deathloop is an exclusive, right?
It's going to be PS5, PC, I believe.
Okay, good, because I want to play it. I was excited for that, but I was kind of heated because I thought it might be exclusive.
Yeah, it's basically, if you've played Dishonored, it's that on a bigger scale, basically.
It's like Dishonored, but it's like PvE/PvP also, I noticed.
Yeah.
Damn, that sounds actually pretty tight.
It's like you versus one other person, and there's like people in the middle.
Yeah, you're basically going to assassinate somebody, and they're to stop you from assassinating this person.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of dope. But what else did they announce? There's a Borderlands spin-off coming out, Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
Ugh, they gotta stop with the Borderlands. I'm sorry, they gotta let it go.
Yeah, well, I mean, from the game trailer, I'm not gonna lie, if Shogun was a video game character, Tiny Tina might be his personality, because gun heavy, explosive heavy.
Shout out to Tiny Tina.
Yeah, Tiny Tina's badass. I don't care. Freaking. What was another game? Oh, there was this cool game too that's like, it takes place in like a Neo Tokyo kind of like setting. It's I think it was called Ghostwire. Something like that, but you gotta fight off like these spirits and things like that. It looked kind of crazy.
Is it the one? Is it the one with like the hand signs in the
with the hand signs?
Yeah, that does look lit. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like somebody brought up this point the other day on Twitter where they were saying like games have kind of all become singular in playability, so like they're not fun anymore because they're all open world. They're all slashers or fighters, or they're all shooters. Like there's no uniqueness in games anymore. But that's like between like Ghost of Tsushima, which definitely stands out by itself, and a game like this where there's a unique combat aspect of having to weave hand signs like some Naruto shit. That's kind of lit because that's something that's unique. It makes me want to play this instead of just another version of the same game over and over. So I'm excited for that one. That looks cool.
Yeah, nah, definitely. I can't wait to play that game. What else was there? There was something else. Oh, Gran Turismo. They released that day, which is coming out in March, which a lot of games are, which I don't know why, but that seems like that's going to be the time for everybody to pick up their games. There's one more game.
Hey, bro, you know what? I'm just excited all these games is coming out because your boy's about to be a dad soon. And I'm about to be at the crib doing nothing for a little while.
Wait a minute. You said you about to be a dad, boy. What time you about to have to play games now? The fuck?
What do you mean? When he's sleeping? What else am I going to have to do? I'm going to be a dad. I'm going to be up taking care of a baby. And when he sleeps, I'm going to be on the game. That's how my boy did it too. My boy had his daughter and he was like waiting until he had... All right. What's that game? Death Stranding came out. And me and him was both waiting to play it. And he said, I'm waiting until my daughter's born. His daughter was born. He beat the whole game while he was going on paternity leave. So, like, you feel me? I'm just saying.
I'm not going to say what I have to say about that.
I'm going to have a lot of time at home. And I don't sleep very much in general. So, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be on the game.
Poor Derek.
Doug. Oh.
Why you say
One of
poor
my
me?
friends-
That's a blessing.
So I was
You
gonna
talking about you don't get no motherfucking sleep.
I choose not to sleep, boy.
Not turn.
Yeah.
Hey, so I got a pregnant bitch story for y'all, right?
What?
Fucking one of my friends, when like she first gave birth to her baby, fucking baby daddy wasn't around, that type of shit. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be a good soldier, I'm gonna be a good nigga, all this shit. Fucking, so I'm helping her like the first couple months with her baby. Yo, this little bitch would not sleep. When I tell you, never in my life have I ever put my hands on a woman. When I tell you, every time I get out the room, this baby was talking about out of nowhere. Like, I take a step and be, wah. I was like, I was about to start just wang back. Be like, yo, how the fuck do you like it? I was losing my fucking brain, bro. It was annoying.
I'm a very patient man. I think I'll be all right.
Nah, fuck that. Fuck patience. It's bullshit.
Not to mention,
Yeah.
I have a set of headphones, and he's gonna sleep in here. So,
Shogun, did you get the ass though?
asking the important questions.
All right.
You do not know.
Yo, you know what? I ain't gonna talk about that. Fuck it.
You don't know how patient you are until you have to deal with certain things. You will understand.
I've dealt with a lot of certain things, including
I'm not talking
including
about that.
secondhand raising a lot of children.
A little baby that's yours.
Not mine, but might as well have been.
My sister forced me to fucking.
Shout out
change
to you then, because I could never. If it ain't mine, I ain't giving the time.
Listen, bro.
Hold up. I just heard my sister forced me to fuck and then got cut off, bro. What?
To fucking change my nephew's diaper a few months ago, and it was traumatizing for me. I don't know about no children. That shit crazy.
Bro, what do you mean?
It is a lot.
Listen, bro. Do you have a dog?
Who, me? I
Yeah.
been having dogs. I had gators. I had every
Bro,
animal.
Gators.
Bro, so you be outside. You be outside picking up shit. It's really not that different. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't know.
No comment.
No comment. Hey, listen. I know it can get messy. I was like 10 when my brother was born, so I was old enough to see that whole process, bro. Don't worry. I know how it gets. I've seen this before. Not to mention, I've seen several of my nieces and nephews be born since then.
That shit's tough at 3 a.m. on the cycle feeding.
My boy, I'd be up till 5 a.m. by choice.
Child like me.
Listen, and the other thing too, if this kid is anything like me, I'm chilling. Because according to my mother, I was a very good baby. I slept. I was not crying, none of that. So as long as he's cool like me, chilling, boy.
As long as
Your
he's quiet
experience
enough.
with your children is not going to be my experience with my children.
That's fair. But I got my kid slept 8 hours. I'm just saying that don't get your hopes up because not everybody gets lucky.
I'm going to say this. I have zero expectations. I thought I was going to have the greatest dog in life, and my dog is literally a spaz. So
Your dog sent you to the hospital.
I'm going to send you to the hospital. Find out about me.
Oh!
Anyways,
One more time.
I'm going to send you to the hospital. Find out about me.
Oh, them dreads are too tight, my guy.
You just mad because you can't grow none.
Ooh.
That was fucked up.
It's being spicy in the truck.
He said, listen, you have to get personal. All right.
Nigga, my job won't let me. This is like, fuck you niggas.
Anyways, nah, but I'm saying, like, I have no expectations walking in. I don't know what this kid's gonna be like. This is my first kid. You're on your second. This is my first kid. I don't know nothing about kids.
It's gonna be an experience.
I'll say this. I'm excited. I don't know how we started talking about kids. I don't know how we started talking about kids, but I'm excited. I'm ready.
Shogun's pregnant bitch story.
No, because we was talking about video games, and I said I'm glad all these video games are coming out because I'm gonna have some time to be home and play them.
Oh yeah. Then I said, fucking, hold up. You think you're gonna have time to play games? We got a kid. I'm just saying, bro. My first, like, I helped raise my baby sister. I helped like raise, well, not raise, but I helped take care of my friend's baby type shit like that. Fucking yeah, both were rough. So hey, maybe I got bad luck with that shit. Fuck it. God bless though. Hope it works out.
Oh no.
Sheesh,
I watched my brother piss on my mom one day and I laughed. So
what?
Jesus Christ.
Hey, bro. Like I said, I basically helped raise my brother as well. So I seen it all, bro. My brother was a wild kid. So like,
I
I've
can't
been through the
even
worst.
hold babies. I get nervous because they're so delicate, bro.
I feel you 100%. But when it's your kid though, it might be different.
Different,
You know?
way different. I feel you, and I'll put this on the record. So other than my kids, I fucking hate kids.
Yo, my mom said the same thing. My mom's was like, I didn't like kids till I had some.
Bruh, I'm telling you, when I see, let me be less specific. When I see some kids that I've seen
In
and
his
have
head,
had
he knows
the
exactly who he's talking
opportunity
about.
to hold and shit like that, I'm like, no thanks. I'd rather not. Kids are fucking annoying.
You're gonna
but
hold
not
my.
kids.
You're gonna hold my kid though. God damn it.
That's fine.
You're gonna be his
I'm
uncle, so
saying-
you better.
But I would like to. See, that's the difference. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm saying like there's these, as you guys know probably, there's people that see kids and are like, oh, every kid's great.
Yeah.
Not
Of course.
true.
Nah. Yeah. It's a
Not
lot of.
true at all.
It's a lot of girls I work with who lose their minds every time my kid walks.
It's a lot of you wet Cheeto kids out there.
Nasty. Hey, yo, I'm just excited because I'm like, I get to teach this kid how to be everything that I wanted to be, and like, I don't know if he's gonna want to be like me. That's a selfish assumption, right? But like, I have the opportunity to teach a kid infinite amount of things that I wish I knew when I was young. So I'm lit. I'm excited.
My daughter's on demon time already.
I bet, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm
She's nuts.
saying. Like, I know that once my kid gets old enough, it's gonna be the best. I'm gonna have a little partner in crime, a little twin. You know.
Wait till they're talking.
Yeah.
That's when it gets interesting.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Bro's about to be playing Playboy Cardi B. Like, yo, this shit fire.
Yeah.
Yo, my girl. All right, today we was in the car, and my girl was like, "Yo, you know he can hear you, right? Like at this age, like and at this point where I'm at, they can hear us." So she was saying, "I wonder if like when you play Cardi, because that's what was in the car when we was talking about it. She was like, I wonder if you play this, he'll like go to sleep." I was like, that'd be mad funny if like that's his vibe for the rest of his life.
He be in that bitch like, yeah.
You know, it's like, my son. I told that bitch, shut up. My son cried. Slap.
I was gonna say the ultimate karma for Dirt would be he plays Cardi, the kid wakes up. He plays Jay-Z, the kid fucking goes to sleep soundly.
Hey, you know what?
The ultimate karma.
I don't care what my son likes musically. He's gonna be whatever he's gonna be. I'm gonna put him on to everything. This is why I'm excited though, because I don't know how we started talking about this, and I know we gotta move on, but everything that I love, I know I can share with him. Whether he likes it at the end of the day, whether he likes it for him or not, I can at least share it with him. I can put him on to Our Future.
Mm-hmm.
I can put him on to Kendrick. I can put him on to Cardi. I can put him on to these video games I grew up with, or teach him how to make beats, because I have a plan about this. I plan to make a beat with this kid every day. Have him make a melody, and whatever it sounds like, I'm gonna flip it and make a beat out of it. Teach him music early, so if he wants to stick with it, he's already goated. He's gonna sleep he's gonna sleep in the studio. You feel me? Like I'm just excited to teach this kid how to skateboard at a very young age and have him be a tough ass kid. I know my mother is excited. My mom is like lit.
Oh, I bet.
My mom is like, let's go.
My mom's been Vavall since. I don't even be calling my mom fucking mom when I see her now. It's Vavall.
Mm-hmm.
Shit's wild.
Straight up. It's so weird. It's so weird to think my mother is a grandma now.
But anyway, spinning off of this.
Shout out to these two fertile men in the tribe.
Pause. Hey, yo. Yo, I need a pause button, bro.
Yeah.
That's a new addition.
But anyways, congratulations to Dirt. But spinning off of that, the Batman apparently has a spin-off series about the Penguin that's coming.
Man said spin off the spin-off. Wait, the Batman? Like no
the
cape?
Batman.
Like no cape?
Right. Wow. I almost just fucked up his name.
All black suit with the red logo?
Robert Pattinson, yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're giving him a spin-off. I don't know why, really, but they said it's going to be very Scarface-like, and
For the Penguin.
I'm interested to see it, but at the same time, I'm like, eh.
When is that supposed to come out?
It's just like
before
how
the
they have
movie
a
or
spin-off
after?
coming out about the Gotham Police Department, which Gotham. But
And that shit.
you know.
I think it'll be
No,
interesting.
the first
Gotham was
Three
decent till
seasons
it
were
wasn't.
good, and then it started being ass.
Yeah, I was
It
gonna
was
say
decent,
Started being
but it
ass when
wasn't.
they tried to turn the Penguin gay too.
Gotham was good until it wasn't, just like Arrow. But anyways,
You mean when Arrow became Batman?
Uh-huh.
but moving on. This is I wouldn't. All right, when does this come out? Before or after the movie?
Probably after the movie.
It has to be after.
Well, because I wouldn't mind seeing this like a before, low key, like a little like to get
Well,
me hyped up for the
yeah.
movie.
Well, like a setup shit to the movie.
Right, exactly. Because it's gonna be a spin-off about the Penguin. That would be actually kind of dope. But if it's gonna be after the movie, that's cool too. I don't mind it. If they're gonna really flesh out these characters, I feel like that's something that DC has to do because that's what Marvel does. Marvel gives all their characters shine at this point.
I like how they said it's gonna be it's gonna remind us of Scarface. I wonder what that's gonna feel like.
Hey, that's
Supergirl.
kind of tough. I like that. If that's
Penguin
an
about to go off with that umbrella.
if that's an accurate comparison, I need to see that.
They're probably gonna bring like that vibe to it with who fucking what's his name, DeVito played in that. They're gonna bring that type
Randy
of
DeVito.
vibe in that, but like a serious, more like, you know what I'm saying?
Like a Kingpin Penguin, like he
Uh-huh.
is. I mean, that's his character though. He's really
Like
he be moving weight. He be moving weapons.
Arkham Knight. Remember him in the warehouse?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Beating his
Bullet
ass.
soldier. Huh?
Remember beating his ass to Nightwing.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Hey, man, Dick Grayson's the GOAT.
Hey, I'm saying though, like for real, I think DC got to step it up with this character development. So that's actually a good move, I think.
Absolutely. I would say that I understand why they're doing it after because a lot of people will base how he does in the movie if they'll watch this. So I get it, but I would also like to
Low
see
key,
it
I would
before.
like to see it first though.
True. It's just I could see both sides.
Well, because what if he does okay in the movie?
I mean, it's Colin Farrell as the Penguin. So.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, what if the perspective on on like the general perspective is that he did okay, right? Then people are not going to be as likely to watch the series. Whereas low key, if you put the series out first and he does great, you're going to be hyped to see the movie. I feel like to build hype and to really set it up, it would have made more sense to drop it first. But regardless of when it comes out, I'll be interested to watch that because I feel like there's not really too much going on from DC's television side or movie side that I'm personally interested in. But when it comes I'm gonna get to Titans. All right, I will get to Titans. I swear. I promise you, I will watch it because y'all told me it's hard and I trust you. But with that being said, there's really not much DC television that's got me lit. So if something like this were to come out, I would definitely be interested. I like Batman's, villains, and I like Batman's.
Of course.
What's the word I'm looking for? Like not universe, but you know what I mean. Like Batman's universe is tight to me. So
his world
is tight to me. So I would love to see something like that. That sounds cool. Shout out to Colin Farrell, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah.
So from Cobblepot, we go to a trailer that is dropping or dropped.
Dropped already.
It dropped. So Hawkeye.
Oh yeah, I peeped that, or like I seen a part of it.
What happened in that trailer? Because I didn't get to see it yet.
So basically, the way that it opens up is it's supposed to be set around Christmas time, or like that point before Christmas, and it's supposed to be like his first time him and the family are together spending Christmas, blah blah blah. But obviously something happened where the Ronin shows up somewhere and he's like, "What the fuck?" So now he has to go back and do this whole thing. Interesting point though. In the trailer, he's wearing hearing aids, which, if anybody knows Hawkeye's deaf in the comic books and stuff.
Really?
So at some point, I don't know if he's gonna lose his hearing or whatever, or like maybe something from the movies gonna connect into it or whatever. But yeah. So he basically goes to catch whoever's running around at Ronin right now. who ends up being Kate Bishop, and he's like, "Who are you?" And she's like, "Well, I'm known as one of the greatest, one of the greatest sharpshooters around." And he's like, "Well, that's weird," like blah blah blah. And then he starts kind of teaching her, how to use the bow and arrow, this and that, and how all this stuff. And then there's a scene that they show where they're driving down this I don't know if it's like a highway or just a random street somewhere, but he's like, "Oh, don't use that arrow, it's dangerous." And she leans out the car, shoots it, and it explodes this whole car behind them. And she goes, "You mean there's more arrows than that?" And he's just like, like,
You got a lot to learn, kid.
but yeah, no, it looks really good. I'm actually looking forward to it.
I didn't know
Happy
that.
to see Hawkeye actually get some shine.
I didn't know that about bro. All right, so I saw that trailer, but I only saw like a quick little bit of it on Twitter. I didn't even peep that. So when I saw it, what I thought it was, because I must have not been paying close enough attention, was that he saw them talking about him as Ronin on the news. So I didn't even know that it was somebody else actively being the Ronin when he peeped it. I think when I saw it, I just assumed. I must have been watching it without the sound on or something, but when I saw it, I assumed that he was looking at the news and they were talking about what he did when he was Ronin. You get me? So I didn't even know that. That actually sounds lit. I was already kind of excited for this, but that sounds cool. I'm with this. Marvel does such a good job with this kind of stuff.
What's that going to be rated?
Very, very probably the
PG.
same thing as all their other stuff, like that PG-13 maybe. Like, I don't see it being
it's definitely not gonna
mature,
be R. Yeah,
like R-rated type thing. Nah, they but very, very interesting news before I forget about it, since we're on the topic of Hawkeye, is that Vincent D'Onofrio, who played Kingpin in the Daredevil series, is rumored to return as the Kingpin in the Hawkeye series.
I like that.
Yo, it seems like they're really hinting more and more
on
that Daredevil's
Twitter.
coming back.
He's been on Twitter posting like a lot of this like poetry kind of stuff, and then recently after his poetry, he was like, "Oh, I sent it to Aaron. It was like, oh, it means a lot to me, the fandom, especially since the last time I played him in Daredevil." And people were like, "What you mean the last time you played him in Daredevil?" Like, and yeah, so now fans are fucking chomping at the bits about whether he's gonna come back or not. So I hope so, but who knows at this point.
I feel like it's inevitable that Daredevil's coming back.
Oh, 100%. But like,
yeah, Stu.
I think they're gonna save it for like She-Hulk, where he shows up as like another lord.
I agree.
Or something.
I know that people were saying he was gonna be in the next Spider-Man, but I'm pretty sure we've already debunked that at this point.
Yeah. Especially since the actor himself was like, "Yeah, that's not me."
Damn. But
yeah, go. Oh no, you can go.
I was gonna say, do you have anything else to add to that topic? Because I didn't want to cut you off on that.
Nah, I'm pretty set on it. Just excited to see it. November 24th is the release date for it. So.
Oh, yup.
Perfect. So we had mentioned in the last episode Matrix 4 dropping. So it turns out that they cast Morpheus, and it's actually the guy that played Manta in Black Manta in Aquaman. So yeah, his real name, and I apologize in advance for the first name if it's not right, but it looks to me like it's Yahya. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but no disrespect. Yahya Abdul Mateen confirms he's playing Morpheus in Matrix 4. So I don't really know what there is to say about this other than it sucks that
all right.
Get,
Can I real quick just throw this in?
Yep.
So I was very deep into the Matrix lore for a while. That was like one of my favorite franchises. So they continued their lores and a lot of their stuff like that. So previously, Lawrence Fishburne's Morpheus had a kid, I think they actually did that in the third movie too. But he has a kid. But in this video game that they released, it was like an online multiplayer type, MMO type game. Morpheus dies, and
Yeah.
with him dying, it basically restarts the Matrix. So his kid now plays him. His kid becomes him, basically. Like, he's the new Morpheus and everything like that. So that's why a lot of people were like, is he Morpheus? Is he, is he just somebody who looks like him? Blah, blah, blah. So, like, everything's restarting. That's why in the trailer, if you guys watched it, when Neo and Trinity run into each other, they're like, you look familiar. Why, why is that? Blah, blah, blah. This and that. And then obviously they have to go through the whole Matrix settings again, and all that. So I'm really actually excited to see this. How they branch this like story, and if it goes on longer than it's predicted it's gonna go, just being like a one-off movie or whatever. But I'm honestly really excited to see what's going on with this movie.
So you think it's a full-on reboot and not just like a one-off?
I'm hoping it's a full-on reboot, but I'm gonna guess it's gonna be like maybe a one-off movie where it's just like, all right, we're gonna erase everything that happened in the third movie.
It's a retcon
kind of thing. Like retcon it kind of. But that, like I said, like they kind of did that with the video game stuff too. Telling different parts of the story through their video games and stuff. So I honestly couldn't tell you what it's really gonna be like, but we'll see. We'll see.
I need to rewatch the movies. I haven't seen them since I was young.
Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't seen them in fucking over a decade.
I was definitely a fan when I was a kid, but that's the last time I remember seeing it. I remember watching it with my grandfather or something like that when I was like mad young. So I should revisit them before this one comes out, because this looked lit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm interested to see this new one.
So real quick, I
The
just want to
CGI
mention
is gonna be amazing too.
Hope they do it justice.
way better. So real quick, just wanted to mention that the Proud Family is being revived, and that
Speaking of reboots,
and that it turns out, they're having Lizzo, Normani, Lil Nas X, Chance the Rapper, and more cast as guest starring voice actors for the series.
is this an animated series or a live action?
I'm
hoping animated.
Probably.
Animated.
Okay, great. Because I was about to say, don't tell me they're doing live action. That would have been hot, bro. All right, yeah, no, that's cool. I'm not mad at that. I mean,
Childish. You said who? Childish. Who'd you say?
This guy said Childish Gambino. It's Chance the Rapper, Lizzo, Normani, and Lil Nas X.
Oh, no, he'll be a good voice, Chance.
I think they'll all do well, honestly. Shout out to Normani.
Yeah.
So
shout out to
getting
Normani.
off of
This
that,
just sounds like she sounds like yeah, she'll be a good one too.
happy to hear that that's coming back.
I mean,
We'll probably talk more about it around when it's
when we know more.
when it's closer. But anyways, real quick, I figured we should just get into the what I guess you would call the main event,
The meat and bones.
meat and bones for this.
Shout out to Zay for the fire though today.
I know.
Thank you. Round of applause. There you go. So Stefan had brought up in the chat the other day that he felt
This is the
that
main
he
event?
yeah, I was gonna say because
Okay.
All right.
we only have,
Real quick, let me give you this. ASAP Rocky got Rihanna pregnant. I'm upset.
no, that's not the.
Huh? What would you just say?
State your sources.
You heard me.
Yeah,
Is he joking?
I was honestly,
He's definitely joking.
I know nothing about that. I just saw ASAP Rocky's the luckiest motherfucker in the world, and I didn't know what to do with that.
I mean, hey, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Apparently he had a. Apparently he finally knocked up Rihanna, and here we are.
Drake
Yeah.
is writing his song right the fuck
Facts.
now.
Drake is heated. No, actually, Drake just posted his boo for the first time ever.
And-
Did
I don't give
you?
a fuck.
Oh yeah, it's
And
one of like LeBron's teammates.
he's calling up Chris Breezy
Do
right
you
now.
have the booing effect?
The boo? Yeah. I don't remember which one it is. We could really play the game right now.
I'm no longer at ASAP, man.
Not congratulations.
Hey, bro, listen.
Not congratulations.
I'm gonna say congratulations because that's a goated move right there. Like it or not,
That man made a
he's the goat
was
for
it?
that.
He can still
man
slap
made that
the dick.
song Passion Killer and then just kept on going.
I wonder if this was planned or like ASAP was just knew he was playing chess
I wonder
And
if he
how-
knows.
and how Rihanna like reacted to it. I don't know.
I
But
wonder if
anyway,
he
so
knows.
getting into the main event.
Hold on. Before that, you remember a couple episodes back where we were like talking about, hey yo, if you could, would you rather restart your life?
Oh man, that's
Smash Rihanna.
He said a couple episodes ago, like that wasn't like 10
I
episodes
said,
ago.
If I had the chance, I'd rub the fuck out her forehead. ASAP was listening to that and he took my advice.
He did more than rub her forehead.
I would also. Who else's career did you make, Shogun?
Oh shit, since we're talking about that real quick. Hey yo, y'all know how Quiddy Pay made it to NFL, right? And he playing for
Shout out to the
fucking
boys.
Shout out to the homie. Check it out. You want to know how he made it there? By playing me. This man played EP. He played against my team, right? He played against moi. And he stepped up his game so damn much. Now he's in the NFL. This nigga owes me his career, bro. I make champions in this bitch.
You better slide in his DMs, talk about, yo, bro, cut the check.
And the check. Yeah.
Go on my
I
road.
think Mike fucked. No, I think Mike fucked with him.
I was about to say,
Wait,
what are you
happened?
saying?
Yeah, that was. I want to clarify. I was high school teammates with him. Okay, so when I was a freshman, yeah, he was a junior. So when I went to varsity, because as freshmen you could not play on varsity, I guess in Rhode Island they made a new rule. So when he was a senior, I ended up playing with him on varsity and ended up winning, but nobody really cares about that because it's fucking high school. But he was fucking disgusting. He was nasty. Like, I would go up against him in practice because I'd be on like the second team, because that whole like generation of kids from Rhode Island were just fucking disgusting at football. Just disgusting. Like, that whole team was stacked. So like, even if you were a good football player, you weren't seeing any time. So Quiddy literally played running back, linebacker, D end, everything. But now he's a beast. Yeah.
Hold up, I was about to mention the deep
Fuck
end
that
thing.
one.
Let me tell you, right? So this is back when our dumbass coach made me a fucking offensive lineman, like right before I broke my hands. I remember I pulled. I was a guard. All I see is this gigantic motherfucker in front of me. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Hit the nigga, bro. When I tell you I hit this man so hard, and by hit him so hard, I don't mean I didn't lay this nigga out. No, I just hit. I made contact. After the play, I just go back to the bleachers. I was like, yo, my fucking neck hurt. Like, dog, I hit him and it hurt me, yo. This nigga was built so different.
Didn't you say that was a sturdy?
Yeah.
That was a sturdy nigga, bro. Well built.
Hey, shout out to the hometown hero one time, you know?
Dante went over to the bench like Chad Johnson when he tried to hit Ray Lewis. He was damn.
Damn.
That was funny.
Hey, who's I forgot. Who's the other dude from Rhode Island who made it to the NFL?
Oh, Will Blackman.
Will Black.
No, I'm talking
Yeah.
I'm talking about years back. He was on
Jamie
the Cowboy. Yeah,
Oh,
there you go,
Jamie
Jamie
Silva,
Silva.
yeah.
Yeah. I was about to say his mom was my
Bro,
track
I'm
coach.
I'm telling you, Quiddy was God in Rhode Island. Especially like the kids that were underneath him and everything. Everybody looked up to him there. Everybody was like, "Oh my God, it's fucking Quiddy! Oh my God!" Like, everybody freaked out, bro. Everybody knew who he was.
Except me.
Bro.
Sorry, I didn't know who he was until somebody put
Yo,
me on.
Mike.
Nah. I was mad as fuck watching the draft. When I saw him get drafted, and then one of the highlights they showed flexing somebody at EP high. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, no, I was at that game. I was literally, I think, I don't know what happened, but I was on special teams, so I got to watch a lot of his fucking plays. And bro, some of the kids, like, he would run over. He went to Portsmouth one time, and he ran through 6 kids, and they all were just like trying to like tackle him, and they were all just on top of him, and he just kept going. There was no stopping him.
Hey, bro, some people are just destined for greatness. You dig?
He's sturdy. Good for him.
I tried hitting him in a drill, and he ran me over.
Shout out to
Flattened me.
Shout out to the hometown hero, bro, Rhode Island.
Shout out to him for making it to the Colts, starting, being a lottery pick, and blessings to him in his career. And
all the best of luck.
Kill it, just not against the Patriots.
Kill it, and don't forget where you came from.
Oh, and I'll give him one thing. Early on, he does rep for Rhode Island every chance he gets. They mic'd him up for a practice.
Real nigga.
He said everything. Every chance he got, he was like, "Rhode Island, stand up!" into the mic.
real nigga. I love people who make it out of Rhode Island and big them up every time.
Yo, and then we'll get into the main event.
Except for Jinsu.
Except for who?
Exactly. Except for who is fucking right.
Nah, that's who you say?
Jinsu.
I don't know who that is. I'm gonna keep it a stack.
Good.
Fuck Boo Boo. No, I'm playing.
Oh, that's you. Okay.
I'm just kidding.
All right, main event time.
Main event, so that we can get out of here.
Why is it always smoke with dirt for main events?
Because you be having the most weirdest motherfucking logics, bro.
Stop. No, I'm not Austin Cabral. Don't do this.
We gotta tell the audience.
We're sick of it.
What do you say?
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, you were the smoke with dirt is the main event because your ass always capping on some shit in the group chat and you're sick.
Oh, he's hating.
Hey, hey, if I'm always capping, somebody beat my ass. Then I'm waiting.
Stop ducking me, that cuz.
Nobody's ducking you, ho.
When do you? Oh my lord. When do you want? I wish you was at the studio.
You're wearing Akatsuki shorts in your pick right now. Stop playing with me.
I'm wearing Akatsuki pajamas and I'm flexing. What's up?
Terrible.
Who gonna beat my ass, cuz?
Me.
Let me see them shoulders, Shogun. No homo. Let me see them shoulders, man.
Listen, bro.
Yo.
First of all, you're bugging. What's wrong with you?
Hey, wait a minute.
Hey,
I'll
listen.
remember this next time I open up my Splice app, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
This magic moment. But anyways, so that the audience knows, because they don't know what the fuck we're talking about, Stefan had brought up that
A ridiculous point that I don't understand. But
he brought up that Lil Uzi, is contributing to the downfall, or is mostly responsible for the downfall of hip hop. So
please get into this.
Let me take your
Take the lead.
Stefan, take the floor.
Yes, sir. Take the lead.
Rephrase that in a way that is correct, but I'm more on the side of that he doesn't contribute to music being better or evolving and lasting. Because let's be honest, 20 years from now, is Lil Uzi's music gonna be timeless records?
Are you asking me, or are you asking me, or are you making a point?
I'm asking you.
I believe so. Here's my argument. Here's my counter argument. Hip hop is changing and evolving just like it always has and it always will. I could leave it at that. I could say nothing else if I really wanted to.
I thought that's what you were leaving it as.
How is it a cop out?
Really?
When hip hop started, it was lyrical, miracle, spiritual. I'm black and I'm black and I'm black, y'all.
The hippie to
the skippy to the, yeah. Come on, stop playing. And then it evolved to I'm selling crack. Then it evolved to I'm doing crack. Then it evolved to I got drip. Then it evolved to you got no drip. You get me? Like hip hop has been changing and evolving this whole time. And what's hot and what's considered timeless has been changing this whole time. Our generation's contribution to hip hop is no different than any generation previous's contribution. You think that when Nas and Jay and people like that were coming out, the generation before them wasn't like, this shit is whack. They were looking at it like, what is this, right? Because it was different.
The
Now,
craft was different though. People respected the craft more though.
of course,
It took
but
more
here's
time.
but here's the thing. At the end of the day, hip hop is founded on rebellion. Hip hop is founded on being different. So the whole idea of thinking that I need your approval on what is hot and what's not, and what you think of my craft, that is not hip hop. Hip hop in itself is me being me, and being hip, and being time, and being my time, my era, putting on for my people, right? So when you see somebody like Uzi, who, like it or not, has changed music for sure. I'll say this: Uzi has changed people's perception of what is acceptable in hip hop current day. So Uzi came out during the SoundCloud wave with like Cardi and who else? Let me give some credit to some notable SoundCloud artists like Chance the Rapper, Rico Nasty, Maxo Cream, Denzel Curry, Speaker Knockers, Kodak Black,
Shout out production.
21 Savage. Who else? At that time, who was hot? XXXTentacion, Ski Mask Slump God, Rob Banks. A lot of Florida artists came out through SoundCloud. Music changed. 2016 on, music changed. And not everybody liked it because some of them people were ass, right? Like Lil Xan came out, terrible, right?
Oh,
A lot of artists like that. And in that lane, Lil Pump, Smoke Perp, a lot of these artists came out and they were hot for a minute. But here's the difference. Them artists were hot for a minute, right? Perp and Pump were hot for like a year or two. They were selling out stadiums. They were doing shows. They were touring the world. They were on No Jumper. No Jumper contributed to these artists' career taking off because these kids were interested in seeing these new guys with face tats and colored hair, right?
and
It was
fucking
different.
Vlad.
It was different. Like at the end of the day, I think like kids our age and younger kind of got tired of seeing people like Jay-Z and Lil Wayne. And I'm not trying to take away or disrespect them, but I'm just saying like our generation wants to see something different. And so these artists came out with something different. So you got Uzi.
But here's the thing with what you just said of our generation. Hip hop and rap, our generation is not the same people and the same kids listening to these hip hop songs. It's just not the same people.
Exactly.
And a lot of these people are newcomers to the culture.
To the genre.
They've never
Correct.
listened to hip hop. They've never listened. They've never grown up on 90s, 2000 or hip hop. They never grew up on real R&B and hip, bro.
They don't have
It's
the
just
they don't have the
different.
history behind them. No, you're not wrong, but that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing, bro. When you're an artist and you can bring new people to a genre, that's a good thing. When you can bring people who were never interested in hip hop before into it now, and now they like it because you're doing something that they like, that's positive, bro. That's pushing hip hop forward. It's gonna change and it's gonna evolve and it's gonna do things you like or don't, right? Like, all right,
That's true. That part is true.
look at Lil Wayne, bro. I'm a Wayne fan. That man has changed. He's not the same artist anymore. Whether you like him or not, whether you think he's the greatest or he's not, I think he's one of the greatest hip hop artists of all time. But I can't say that he's not a different man today than he was when he was at his peak, right? So it's like these artists are gonna change and evolve whether you like it or not, and so is hip hop. It's gonna change sound wise. So for you to say that Uzi is contributing to the downfall, or to even switch your point and say Uzi is not contributing to the progression of hip hop is crazy, because he is. He's
Hip hop though. Hip hop, not what the fuck he be putting out. It's not hip hop, bro.
It
He
is,
be
though.
rapping sometimes, but it's not hip hop, bro.
But who are you to define what hip hop is or isn't?
So
This nigga spitting.
Nah,
would
cause you
say-
got, cause you all right, cause you gotta be honest with yourself. You don't define what hip hop is or isn't. Nobody does.
I'm a listener. How don't I, bro?
You're a listener. You're not an artist. Well, you are an artist, but that's even why you should know, is because like these artists, the music that they put out, that's hip hop. That's what it is.
Brother.
At the end of the day, it's gonna change and it's gonna sound different, but it's still hip hop because it's hip. That's the whole emphasis. It's not pop music. It's hip hop, right? You gotta say
Bro,
it
that
twice
nigga
for
is
emphasis.
pop.
You gotta say it twice for emphasis, like Kendrick Lamar. Hip hop, You know what I'm saying? Like, listen to me. If Kendrick Lamar can get up on Twitter and big XXX Tentacion, I don't see why people like the listeners who grew up on hip hop and know the history of it can't respect and appreciate where it's going. Not every artist from that era or who's currently hot is actually good. I'll give you that. Not every single artist who's hot and people claim are good. But Uzi specifically, I think that Uzi is very talented because Uzi puts very little effort into his music.
That's my point. Right there, what you just said. Uzi definitely is talented. And I definitely listen to some of his songs. But that's my point is when it comes to contributing to hip-hop, half of these rappers, Little Uzi included, they don't take their own craft serious. They just hop on a beat most of the time and spit. Like, I mean, that can be considered rapping, but that's not contributing to anything because, like I said, is that going to be timeless records? Is that going to be like something we could call like great music, bro?
To some people,
these
yes.
are people that put in minimum effort into songs, and people like.
All right, let me counter that argument.
Like I said before, who don't know hip hop or whatever, they're listening to that and it's blowing up, but it's still not.
Real quick, just real quick. I'll make it quick. I would say to further Stefan's point, playing devil's advocate, if you think about it from the standpoint of what you expect, well, what our generation views hip hop as, and I know it changes. I'm not saying that. If you simply view it from the standpoint of what like people like Stefan listen for and what I might listen for and what Shogun might listen for, a guy like Uzi, a guy like who's some of the other people you named that are still big right now?
X, Cardi, people like that.
Still big right now. Okay.
Yeah, Juice.
So it could be viewed from this point of view that their shine takes away from some of the people in the game that still take the craft very seriously. And on top of that, it's like, to me, with the direction that some of the music has gone in, I've come around on it. Like, I respect its place, but if I was still looking at it from the standpoint of I don't like it, so fuck that, I could understand why if I'm looking at it from that standpoint, I would go, fuck that. That's the commercial shit now. It's no longer about the lyricism. People don't put as much effort into their craft, and it's taking away from the real hip hop artists who are still out, the real spitters. You know, you get what I'm saying?
Here's my counter.
That's just how.
So what I have to say,
it's not even just spitters, because I could be a hypocrite because I'm a huge Chief Keef fan, and I.
That boy be spitting. Stop it. That boy be going in.
He be, but like again, he's not the
top of the top. Yeah, I get you. For lyricism.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm a huge Chief Keef fan.
I'm riding with my chopper.
He's contributing to the game.
I'm gonna beat him like his father.
Believe it or not, the only way I feel like Uzi has contributed is he's brought a bunch of kids who don't really know. You know, that he just brought a bigger crowd in. That's all I see.
All right.
Like, you know, he just brought a different crowd in. That's all I see out of him coming. Like, I don't see him changing music or contributing to it in any other way.
All right, so here's my counter to these arguments. So first things first, to address the SoundCloud era artists taking away from the core hip hop artists who still do this and put their everything into the craft, I would have to agree that on some extent that's true. As you know, I'm a huge fan of the Flatbush Zombies. I'm also a big fan of Denzel Curry, IDK, Saba, Childish Major, Isaiah Rashad. The list goes on. I'm a fan of deep, true, rooted hip hop, Earth Gang, right? So like, so it's like, here's the thing. Like, I agree to an extent that real, like authentic, original hip hop rooted artists don't always get the shine they deserve because they aren't keeping up with what's current. But that's not really on the artist so much as on the fans. As a producer in this current era of hip hop, I understand that a lot of people don't want to hear stuff like that anymore. And that might be the influence of the SoundCloud era, but it's mostly the fans at the end of the day. The fans don't want to hear that anymore, right? The fans, this is why J. Cole catches so much hate, right? Nah,
But what don't they want to hear? We're not talking about boom bap music.
Check it out. Check it out. This is why J. Cole receives so much hate. It's not because J. Cole isn't talented. It's not because they don't recognize that he has lyrical ability. It's because he talks too much grown man talk. He talks like somebody's dad, right? And nobody wants to hear that. When you're a young kid, you don't relate to that at the end of the day. And these younger artists who talk about more younger people stuff are more relatable to a wider crowd of people, right? So when you talk about these core hip hop artists, for example, Childish Major, whether you know this or not, produced, you ain't even know. And you ain't even know that because he don't even get 40,000 plays on Spotify a month. He deserves that, right? That's a core hip hop artist. Saba, yo, Care for Me, top five favorite albums ever, right? But these people don't get the shine they deserve because their core audience is not as big, right? That's kind of, I guess I could agree, an effect from the SoundCloud era, but we kind of, but we kind of have to take responsibility as fans for what we pay attention to and give attention to. You can't really blame an artist who did exactly what any artist would do, which is make music.
Capitalize on it.
But J. Cole is different though, because at the same time, it's always been people like J. Cole kicking knowledge, not only knowledge, it's been like that forever.
Right. But J. Cole at one point was viewed as the greatest and the GOAT, and you couldn't fuck with him. And then 2016 came, and everybody was hating on him because it was trendy on the internet to do so. You see my point? Like, yes, he is still the same artist, and I think he's a better artist now. Levels above where he was at. I know that some people like his early stuff, but in my opinion, lyrically, he is levels above old J. Cole, in my opinion. But
that's tough.
But with that being said, he's not going to ever receive that kind of respect from a younger audience because, again, he's talking from the perspective of somebody who's in their 30s. And a lot of hip-hop fans are in their teen years. They're in high school. You get me? It's like, so you gotta understand, like, yes, Uzi is definitely
but J. Cole, like I said, he's a different vibration. He's not a person that you're gonna listen. He's some that's gonna be like, oh, like that you gotta listen to like one or two times and
right.
Be like, oh shit.
You could really pick like, any artist though. I just picked J. Cole as an example. At the end of the day, that was just an artist off the top of my head whose core hip hop always has been, who doesn't receive the attention he should, because over here we're more focused on my son cried to the bitch. You know, like,
one thing to Dirk's point about J. Cole is that when we were in high school, he was on tracks talking about, look, mama, I made it. Your son out in Barbados.
Cheese, eggs, and potatoes. You know?
Weed on the beaches. My mom working
and
like
Play-Doh. Yeah.
Like his vibe was different. But we appreciated that more.
He was always kicking knowledge, but now he talks about saving your money and getting off drugs and meditating. And for kids who are going through things at home with their family or whatever the case might be, right? And they're getting into these things, they don't want to hear that from somebody who does not live the life they live.
He's only going so far. That's what I'm saying. He's only going so far. Like,
but you pick an artist. You pick an artist who deserves more recognition right now. They can't relate to these kids. That's really what it comes down to. Is Uzi, whether he's lyrical or not, or whether his music has a lot of content or not, is more relatable to these younger kids than any artist you could pick who's core hip hop. These kids are not core hip hop. They didn't grow up with this stuff like me and you did.
It's not that he's relatable; it's he's marketable, in my opinion.
But to be marketable, you have to be relatable. Otherwise, you wouldn't hit with the audience.
Or you just gotta be a character.
Right,
but selling a lifestyle.
But what makes a good character? They're relatable.
Lifestyle.
So it
depends on who it is.
Right, but like, all right, let's look at it this way, right? Tyler, the Creator, recently got up on an interview, doing a press run for his most recent album. Shout out to Tyler. And he said that he thinks it's funny, like, people will always complain about something that has to do with his music because he's changing as an artist. And he said, the way that I look at it is everybody has a different perspective, and so what you pay attention to in a song is different. If you were a producer, you're gonna be listening to that beat. Whereas, like, if you're a lyrics guy, you're listening to what bro is saying. Versus if you like fashion, you're looking at what bro is wearing. Versus so it's like you got to understand, like, a lot of these kids don't care about lyricism because they grew up in an era where, like you said, to your credit, a lot of artists don't put the same level of effort into their craft. But my counter to this point is that Lil Wayne claims that he has never written down a song ever. He's always been in that booth freestyling, right? So how is what he does any more effort than what these people do? Just because he's better at it doesn't mean that he put more effort into it.
Bro, Lil Wayne's been rapping, not just talking, rapping.
Right, but I'm saying, like, Wayne is better at it.
8 years old.
Yes, but here's my thing, though. Wayne is better at it than these people are, but he's doing the same thing that these people are, right? He's freestyling. And at the end of the day, when Cardi hops in the studio and he mumbles and freestyles over a song, it's not anywhere near as good as Lil Wayne, right? I'll never make that claim. But at the end of the day, they're doing the same thing. It's no more effort or less effort. So you can't really put the effort conversation in here because there's a lot of artists who put very little effort into their music. It's organic.
But the effort is what's gonna make it timeless records, though.
But here's the thing: nobody can really decide what's timeless until we look back on it. But I'm looking at Uzi's Spotify page right now, and bro got a couple of songs that's in the billions for streams. And if I look on Wayne's page, he don't got that. And Wayne got timeless classics. So here's the thing.
All right, but
give it 5. No, hold on. I'm not done. I'm not done. It doesn't. All right, but here's the thing. That doesn't matter because
you're
Wayne,
bringing up numbers now.
No, listen to me. Wayne is an active artist who still puts out music to this day. People still listen to him to this day. He's not retired. He's not even 40 yet. So you cannot make this argument. Here's the thing about this. Listen to me. Give it like 5 more years, and these old songs that Uzi put out in 2016 will now be at least 10 years old, and you can look back and say whether it was hard or not. I'm gonna wager that when EXO Tour Life comes on in the club, they're gonna lose their minds still. 10 years from now.
I blame Zoomers.
It doesn't matter because Zoomers are the future. So it's like you can, again. This just circles back to my point of hip hop is changing and evolving. Whether you like where it's going.
It's not hip hop anymore, though. That's the thing.
That's not true. That's not a good argument. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's not hip hop.
It's not that I don't like it, bro. Like you said, hip hop came from a group of people talking about what's going on. Obviously, people still do that to this day. Talking about struggles, respecting each other. Lyricism as an MC. Not even there's people who haven't been known for their rapping and still contributed to fucking hip hop.
Right.
Look at Soulja Boy. Nobody thinks Soulja Boy is a fucking
lyricist
rapper, but he can actually rap and freestyle, bro.
Yeah, he's a good freestyler for sure.
And he's contributed in multiple ways.
Of course, he's the original internet rapper. So it's like, how can you look at another internet rapper who's 10 times more up than he is and say that he's not going to contribute? You gotta understand that as hip hop changes.
Because we already had Young Thug who did all that little weird shit that Little Uzi did. Little Uzi didn't make that acceptable. Little Uzi did not make.
I don't know, bro. I'm gonna say this: when Thug was doing that, he was not getting supported for it. Thug was getting clowned for it.
He got signed to Young Money, bro. He got signed to Rick.
What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? The public was not supporting him for wearing dresses, bro. Yeah, because he was because he was hot, right? Here's the thing. Because he had deals does not mean that the public was supporting him wearing dresses and putting lipstick on and making kissy faces in the camera, bro. They was calling him all kinds of crazy shit. When Uzi does it, he gets away with it. Why? Because it's acceptable now.
Because he's a character. He's marketable.
So is Thug.
He's adorable.
So is Thug. Thug is all that. Thug was doing all that. That's what that was. Why doesn't Thug still do that to this day? Because that was a character he was playing at the time to get attention.
Who said Thug don't do that to this day?
When was the last time you seen Thug in a dress?
Bro,
years back.
How am I okay, but how are you going to tell me, just because a man doesn't want to wear a dress anymore, like that, he's not that same guy?
When was the last time you seen him do anything questionable on that level?
He still put the dress on at the end of the day, though, and when he
for
got,
attention.
what was that album that he had with the like thing, and he was wearing a dress?
That was years ago. That was like 2016, bro.
Rocky wore a dress. Little Uzi didn't make this stuff acceptable, bro.
This is not really art. This is not really the argument here. But here's the thing.
He made colorful dreads hot.
No. Here's the thing. Uzi contributed because when Uzi does it, you don't say anything about it. You can talk about him all you want. He's gonna do it anyways, and he still does it to this day. Uzi just pulled up. Bro, listen to me. Uzi just pulled up to the Met Gala yesterday with a purse, bro. Stop playing with me. He just pulled up to the Met Gala 2 days ago with a purse on.
Bro, but you got Young Thug came out as a street nigga rapping about street shit, doing weird feminine shit. Little Uzi don't do that.
Yes, he does.
Comes out as Little Uzi.
No, so did you listen to it? So this is how I know you don't listen to Uzi.
Because he was supposed to be a street nigga.
This is how I know you don't listen to Uzi, because Uzi, if you listen to Eternal Take, Uzi was talking murder rap the whole album.
But who's taking that? Who's holding him accountable to that? And thinking,
people in Philly, where he's from. He be out there. He be out there with Meek and his people every weekend on them motorbikes, bro. Stop playing. If he was a fraud, bro, listen to me. If he was a fraud, they would call him out on it. No,
bro, that's just like 6ix9ine. Nobody called him out until he snitched.
What are you talking about?
Nobody called, bro. Okay,
this is cap.
Everybody knew 6ix9ine was fraud in New York.
Bro, they was calling 6ix9ine out after Gummo came out, showing pictures of him with Crips, claiming he was a blood. What are you talking about? They was calling him fraud from day one.
With real gang members, just because obviously Philly's gonna stand behind their hot artists. That doesn't, just because Little Uzi does this and that doesn't mean he don't got people like that. I'm not saying.
Bro, you're kind of missing the point, which is that Uzi does the exact same things you're claiming he doesn't do. And I'm pointing out that he does do these things. And it just goes to show me that you're not actually even listening to Uzi and paying attention to him in the way that you say you do.
Brother, you literally said that he's made all these things acceptable and this and that.
Nah, I never made that argument. The original argument was you saying that he didn't make them acceptable, and I was defending it, saying, yeah, he did. He definitely did. Because until he started doing that shit, you didn't see Cardi out here acting sus. Cardi started posing for a whole lot of red, doing all kinds of sus shit. You seen the pictures on Instagram, bro. Stop playing.
Bro,
he wasn't doing that before.
Wearing dresses since
Cardi was a gangbanger.
2013.
Right, but it wasn't hot then. It wasn't cool. He was getting Thug was getting made fun of, bro. Stop playing. I don't understand why you acting like that wasn't happening. Like they wasn't calling him all kinds of shit on the internet.
But it still kept happening. Every time somebody says something, it happened again with another artist.
What is your point, really?
You're saying that. You literally just said that Little Uzi made that hot or some shit and made it acceptable. How did he make that acceptable?
I'm literally just trying to defend the original point. You're saying that he did it. I don't even know how we got on this because this is not what this discussion is even about in the first place. But if you really want to go there, Uzi be doing all kinds of such shit.
That he made all this shit hot when I said he hasn't contributed to nothing.
Huh? Bro, what? What are you talking about?
You acting dumb now, Derek. Come on.
Nah, stop playing. You making shit up, bro. What are you saying? I never said that.
Bro, you literally... Yo, is anybody not listening?
Let's backtrack. Go ahead.
Backtrack. Go ahead, because you're the one saying that.
I'm waiting for you. I'm saying, like, go ahead. Let's get back to it. When did I say this?
You literally said that he made all of this acceptable. All I said is people been doing that before him.
Nah, what I said is that what I said is that Uzi came out. What I said is that Uzi came out doing all this stuff and nobody calls him gay for it because it's Uzi.
What? Nobody calls Little Uzi yet?
His fan base is
supportive
to Dirt's point.
To the max.
I'm not saying, Stefan, you are right. There are people.
Of course, there's going to be people out there who call him that, but the majority supports him every time he does that shit.
Uzi has been
versus Thug
very accepted from jump.
Versus Thug, Thug was getting called all kinds of crazy shit.
Wait with the Thug shit.
His husband.
Wait with the Thug shit though, because there was a point on Twitter, Stefan, to further your point as well, where there was motherfuckers from around here and all over saying that they were smoking penises. So I don't want to hear that Thug.
Because there are, but here's the thing too. Thug is not really like that. Thug, that was him trolling and being a character. Going back to your point of being a character and it being marketable, that was Thug trying to get hot and trying to be a character. Thug is not like that. If Thug was really like that, he'd still be doing that type of shit to this day.
He wears pink to this day. He gets his nails done to this day.
What does any of that have to do with any of that?
They wear blousers to this day.
Bro, none of that makes you gay.
I never said that makes you gay. I never said that.
It's not sus activity either. Wearing pink is
Well,
normal. Painting your nails is accepted at this
No,
point.
I'm saying, but though you know how I'm saying the way they do it, bro.
But I'm saying like Thug is really more so on his street nigga shit these days.
And the same thing with Uzi, like Little Uzi literally called him Thug his boyfriend and said thank you for a bag or some shit.
Nah,
like
Thug be calling people my love, and so they call each other my love.
And to this day, let's be 100. Let's be 100. People was bashing Young Thug back then. There wasn't all these it was getting to that point, but social media wasn't as sensitive as it is now and like supportive. It wasn't so much support. Like you didn't see people like Lil Nas X in 2014 blowing up. You didn't see people backing up.
No, for sure.
People. So when Little Uzi does it now, it's already a norm for
right.
us.
But Uzi's been doing this since
Uzi's
been doing this since 2016, bro.
Okay,
when he came out.
Exactly. Since in 2016, the world was not what it is today when it comes to like supporting.
I'm saying exactly. So Uzi was doing this back then. Same thing. Uzi's not changed as a person at all. If anything, Uzi's gotten more and more intense with the stuff that he does because he got money now. He does what he wants.
Exactly, but that doesn't. Like I said, he's been accepted.
All right, so let's get back to the original. Let's get back to the original discussion, which is that Uzi does push music forward, in my opinion, because number one, he brings a huge audience to it. Literally, hip hop has become the most popular genre in the entire world, hands down. The numbers don't lie. And Uzi, as far as hip hop artists goes, is in the top 10 at all times for streaming numbers and tour sales. Not to mention that Uzi literally could sneeze on a track that's going platinum. That's like Drake level status right there. Like
exactly.
Type
That's
stuff.
what I'm saying. He could sneeze on the track and it's gonna go platinum, like what you said. But my thing is, we're gonna go on all night about this because for the simple fact, like what you said, in 10 years from now is when we're gonna have to talk about is Lil Uzi's songs from this and that a classic.
Here's my argument for that. When I go to a party and I hear songs from Uzi that came out in 2015 and we're in 2021. They're still hitting. People are still singing every single word. And it's not good. This is from when Uzi was just starting out trying to get hot. He was not good at all. People are still singing every single word to them songs, losing their mind in the club. Just because they make different kinds of music don't mean that he's not contributing. Uzi makes turn-up music. Uzi's not here to tell you about... Exactly. Uzi's not here to tell you about the hood. He's not here to tell you about the hood or his struggles or how to get, your money up. Uzi's here to make you feel good and feel happy, right? And that's the thing, like, that's the direction hip-hop is going in. I think people are tired of hearing instructions on how to get money, right? Like, they just want to hear they just want to have a good time, and they want to listen to something that's enjoyable. So that's to say, issue too. All right, if we switch it up to the original discussion, which was that he is contributing to the downfall of hip-hop, I feel like that's false.
I probably said that in the group chat, but I didn't mean it like that, but in a way to me he is not more or so is like I don't think he's doing it like and when I say he's doing like he's contributing to the downfall, it goes back to the effort talk, like and the quality and the effort that he's putting in as an artist, how serious he takes this music and these beats.
There are definitely songs by Uzi where he takes it serious, and you can tell. There are a few songs where he got bars. I'm not gonna hold you.
Will come on, and I like them shits. You feel me?
Yeah, I think overall, not every artist is gonna be on some like King Los shit. You know what I'm saying? Like putting double entendres and you gotta listen back because you ain't even realize. Hold on, stop the track. He just dissed you. Like not every artist is on that. So to say that is not really fair. Not every artist is going to play that role. I think, if anything, it's not that Uzi is contributing to the downfall or that he's not contributing. I think that we are suffering from a lack of real artistry. I don't think that has anything to do with Uzi. I think, if anything, the argument should really be that sound. Exactly. I think that the argument might be that SoundCloud contributed to the downfall of hip-hop because I will admit as a producer, music is heavily oversaturated. There's too many people in music. There's too many rappers. There's too many producers. There's too many everything.
And there's too many types of hip hop at this point.
Everybody wants to be a rapper. Everybody thinks Everybody thinks that because Uzi did it, they can do it, or they think that because X did it, they can do it. The argument I put here is that maybe it is viewed as low effort, but there's emotion behind it. When you listen to Uzi, you feel the emotion, you feel the energy. Same thing. The reason why people like X, whether
But
you
that
view,
also goes to the beat. The beat.
yeah.
that
Well,
was
that's the thing though. Like that's the thing. Like as a producer, I'm never gonna argue with you on that. Producers be carrying artists, 100%.
Exactly.
Without us, they don't exist. But with that being said, the reason why people like artists like that or like X or people like that is because when you listen to them, you feel that energy. That's something that hip hop has been missing for a long time, in my opinion. Maybe we had lyricism, but you couldn't feel emotion in it. You know what I mean? When I listen to, who's an example that I'm not gonna get killed for? When I listen to, I'm trying to be careful who I say. When I listen to like, all right, when I listen to like Rick Ross, I love Rick Ross. I'm actually a big Ross fan, but I think
Rick Ross fan. He's in my top 10 like artists of our time.
I love Rick Ross. I think that Rick Ross is I agree. I think Rick Ross is top 1 Florida artists ever. First of all, like artists out of Miami. Shout out to Ross.
Oh yeah.
But when you listen to Ross, it's hot, right? He got a flow, he got a cadence, he got bars, but it's not that there's no emotion, but I don't feel it, right? When I listen to X, people ask me, why you like this dude? Bro, he's not even that nice. When I listen to X, I feel pure rage, or I feel pure sadness, or I feel pure emotion, right? And I think that's what a lot of kids these days are on. They don't care what you're saying. It's how you say. It's what I feel when I listen to you, you know?
That also goes to the separation, and this is kind of what I've come to in the way I look at it. I like to separate that type of music. Well, I should say I like to separate lanes in hip hop.
Right. Like there should be different lanes for a reason.
Lanes. X, and no disrespect, but X, you should not be looking at an X track and a Kendrick Lamar track and going
in the same
which one's
sentence.
better.
Right.
It doesn't.
No, I agree. I think that X, because we're speaking about him, is heavily misunderstood because of the media's perception. People don't even want to give him a chance and listen to what he's really about. If you listen to him, he's actually a very, very lyrical artist. There are not every track. There are a lot of tracks where he's not trying and he's just bullshitting and having fun.
I've heard poetic shit from him.
There is a lot of really deep stuff from him that'll make you feel really sad, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, you'll really feel that. But I agree that hip hop should not always be compared against itself, right? Like, there's no reason that we should be comparing Kendrick Lamar and Playboi Carti. They're just not the same.
The only reason of that is because these two worlds have collided.
Of course. They exist together.
The fan bases, too, clashing.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
The marketable and feel good, whatever, the consumers have like almost taken over the real side of it.
But you see that in everything. Like, you can't never have an anime discussion without somebody bringing up Goku. You know what I mean? And there's no reason that Goku should even be in these conversations because we've seen he's the GOAT and there's nobody beating him. So why are we bringing him up again, right? It's the same thing when you talk about hip-hop. Why are we comparing Kendrick Lamar to 21 Savage, bro? There's just no reason that argument should ever happen. These are not the same kind of artists. They're doing different things.
I do blame the younger generation for shit like that.
Of course.
And I'll tell you why. Because let's just say Kendrick Lamar drops his album, he puts it up on Twitter. There'll be 3,000 accounts under it saying made Cardi better.
Young boy better. Young boy better.
Made,
yeah.
Made
Yo,
Uzi better.
I have so many memes in my folder that would make y'all so mad at me, having to do with how good Cardi is. It just makes me laugh because these kids make this shit up, bro.
And but that's my thing, Dante. Like, that's my number one thing about it is like, because it's definitely still like the
real
you don't
artists.
even have to be street shit.
Yeah.
There's definitely still music there, but it's gotten to the point where all the marketable and all the feel good music is so overrated.
Yeah.
People are like,
there's no value behind the real original hip hop no more.
Exactly. There's no more value in it, and it's like it's like a slap in the face. So that's what's killing real hip hop.
All right.
It's killing it.
Here's how I feel about this.
It's like cancer, bro.
I agree.
Like cancer.
I agree to an extent that you're not wrong. Like, the consumer is killing off OG, like, lyrical. I put my heart and soul into this. I wrote this song. It took me 4 months to figure out how to write this, and I had to take it a million times. Like, that type of hip hop is dying. I won't lie to you, but it's the consumer's fault. It's not the artist's fault. It's what we as people choose to consume. I feel like as the fans of these artists who make that kind of music, who really put their time and their energy and their heart and soul into it, and they put everything they got into that pen when they write, it's our job to lift them up. I be at everybody's show. I'm going to Isaiah Rashad's show tomorrow. That like I'll tell you, like, I'll champion Denzel Curry over any artist in the game currently right now. I'll tell you right now, he'll smoke on your top 5. Like, that's the thing though. Like, there's not enough people lifting these kinds of artists up.
Facts. And let me say this. To this day, now all of a sudden, like you said with the artistry thing, these rappers say it themselves. They don't give a fuck about rap or music.
Yeah, there are a few artists who have admitted that.
Yeah, they're there for the money,
of course,
and to make people
turn up and have fun. Yeah. Nah,
exactly.
Yeah, there's definitely a few artists. I remember 6ix9ine came out.
That's what gets me mad with these artists, because it's like, do you care for music itself?
The culture, what you're doing.
And exactly, culture and where it's going to go. Because if you don't put in the effort for your craft as an artist, then it's just going to keep getting watered down. And then this is just going to get to a point where we don't have it at all.
For sure.
So,
I agree.
I think we should wrap it there.
We definitely touched a lot of good points, though.
This is a ongoing conversation that can always be had.
I was gonna say, I feel like this debate will never truly be over. You know,
I feel like honestly we touched it though.
We can put pause. We can put a pin in it.
Nah, for sure though. We hit the points that were necessary to touch though, for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. No, I think you had a lot of good points that I could never argue against, for sure.
No, you two same shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, I agree with like half of the shit you were saying. It's not even that I disagree with you. It's just there's so many elements to it that's overlooked.
You want to know how we could get an hour out of this? If I asked you both who was wrong. But anyways, we'll just wrap and
we'll agree to disagree.
Listening.
Yeah. Please, can we wrap? I've been like holding in this bathroom run for a minute now.
All right, his legs are shaking, his bladder's quaking. We're out of here. We'll see you in the morning.
All right, hit him with that heat, Dante.
Cook some bacon.
Been God's favorite light skin, greatest father ever father, Super Saiyan Dirt, and the homie Slugger Stefan. From yours truly, Shogun Smooth, goodbye, good night. Dang.
We out this home.